You're still watching your latest business news, and let's unpack that story around electricity shortages or cuts having an impact on small businesses. I've got John Dludlu, who's the Chief Executive Officer at the Small Business Institute. John, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I suppose the big question on everyone's mind is just how bad is the situation for small to medium businesses at the moment, especially now that we've been thrust back into stage 4 of the load shedding.
Hey, Rufia, thank you for inviting us. Catastrophic is the one word, I think, which will aptly describe the situation for small businesses. Let's not forget where we find ourselves. We've just come out of the mayhem in KZN and Gauteng, and now we have this rolling power outages. And last week, we were expecting stage 2, and quickly, we've just escalated to stage 4 within hours. So small businesses do not have that ability and luxury of getting off the grid or going on generators. Those are very expensive luxuries to have. So the situation is very difficult right now.
Yeah, and then just give people an understanding of the fact that when a small business in manufacturing, for example, is thrust into stage 4 load shedding, you don't just switch the lights back on when the load shedding stops. The machinery takes a while to get back into operation, does it not?
If it doesn't get damaged, by the way, through that. I mean, let's take someone who's manufacturing or making food. You lose stock in 4 hours. You lose not only stock, you lose customers because you cannot, they cannot rely on you anymore. So the situation is very difficult for small businesses. What has happened, obviously, in the country over the last few months is the ability of businesses to generate their own embedded energies, for example, up to about 100 megawatts. But that's, again, a luxury that's available only to big businesses, as are generators and inverters. You can't have that luxury as a small business. As a small business, we are trying to make ends meet. What we have seen and we're getting through our members is that people are setting aside, are cancelling their expansion plans. They're not because of the energy insecurity situation that we find ourselves in. So the recovery that we were seeing towards before July, I think is going to be delayed further.
So with the absence of capital to get generators or inverters or other alternative sources of power, what are some of the immediate, if any, solutions for small businesses, John?
What we've been asking big suppliers to do is to assist their big companies. We've been asking them to sort of team up with their small suppliers so that they ease them up, they ease the burden of this unreliable power situation. And then, of course, those that can, we are asking them to sort of start generating either their own energy or trying to source alternative sources of energy, such as generators. And then, of course, I think the bigger question is a policy question, which is around accelerating the introduction of competition and introduction of other energy sources. So the announcement that we saw of Window 5 last week is very welcome, but we need to accelerate those plans so that we really ease the burden on Eskom.
Very interesting insights there from John Dludlu, who's the Chief Executive Officer at the Small Business Institute, just highlighting the dire implications of the now stage 4 load shedding on small to medium businesses in the country.